Hello and welcome to State Scoop TV. I'm Jake Williams. I'm here with Rich Kliethermes. He's the CIO of Missouri. How you doing, Rich?
Great, thanks.
So Rich, what are your top priorities for the year ahead, and what challenges do you face with those?
Yeah, absolutely. We have four pillars that we always talk about. The first being application modernization. We have a high level of interest and oversight into really four large and complex application modernizations that we've had on the roadmap for a number of years. First, eligibility for the Department of Social Services, Medicaid eligibility. The second being for the Department of Revenue, tax integration, taking 60 plus disparate systems and rolling those into one integrated system. For the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations, we have an unemployment insurance modernization project that we're at the cusp of go live, hopefully within the next 2 months. And then finally, on a large scale, but for the Department of Corrections and Offender Management. That's a project that's been going on for a number of years. We keep moving the needle forward on that. And so that's kind of one of the key foundations. But it doesn't stop there, obviously. We don't have multi-year, multi-million-dollar efforts across every department that we're serving, but we have truly modernization efforts going on in each of those on a small, medium-scale format. So that's something that we always talk about. Obviously, cybersecurity being the forefront. We have a great cyber program with the support from the governor, the legislature. That's something that we're very proud of, but we keep moving the needle forward on that as well. And user awareness, looking at the tools and techniques that are out there to help us mitigate risk, and but then also how do we respond if there is an incident, and then finally baking security into a true statewide governance structure as well. Mobile, of course, I'd be remiss in saying that. We're looking at various mobile strategies, and as a piece of that, having lots of discussions with the agencies. Truly, what does mobile mean for them? Does it mean not only internally, but externally? And so we have a focus on that as well. And then, so those are the big focuses and strategies that we have.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so, you've been in this role for a little while now. I mean, what aspect of state IT and what aspect of your job are you most passionate about? What really keeps you coming to work every morning?
Yeah, absolutely. It's partnerships. Mm-hmm. It's, a big piece of our mission is supporting the missions of the 14 executive departments that we serve. Mm-hmm. And so meeting with employees, it could be a director, it could be a manager within a department, presenting ideas, talking about projects, what we can do for the agency, what we can do for the constituents. That's why I feel, and I know the 900 plus staff that I have feel that same way. That's why we come to work.
That's awesome. And I think it often surprised folks when I would talk about who's doing IT really well, and Missouri actually did crop up pretty often. I mean, you guys do some really exciting work. How would you say that your state is at the forefront of technology innovation?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think that, and I heard a quote recently, and it kind of resonated with me, that it's a play on words of deja vu, but it's vijade, looking at existing things differently. And I think that's a big part of how we're innovating across the state of Missouri. And that's what our teams are focusing on. The pace, as we all know, of technology is changing so fast. So it's that concentration of, and our partner agencies obviously understand that as well. So looking at business processes, what can we do differently? We engage them, they engage us in, let's do this project, bring your people, let's bring our people, and for the betterment of the state, the betterment of the citizens.
That's great. And we talk in this space, as you know, from being at a couple of these conferences and talking to these folks. I mean, we spend a lot of time talking about innovation. Mm-hmm. But to you and to the folks in Missouri, I mean, what does innovation really mean, and how are you guys really trying to change the game?
Yeah, I think, going on back to what I just said, I think it means looking at existing business processes and challenging how we've done it and can we do it better. Or I think in some cases just having the consistency to look at something and keep pressing forward, and that's what that partnership with the agencies, and to say, should we be looking into this, should we be taking this on, and then having the courage to take it on. And that's what I tell my staff a lot. Innovation is about having the courage to take on projects that we know can be painful, they could be long, they could be complex, but taking those on.
That's outstanding. And last question for you. I mean, when you're thinking about the difficulties of being a CIO and the difficulties that come with that role, what keeps you up at night, and what challenges are you facing?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest issues I think we're having, they're good issues to have in that we have so many worthwhile projects, right? And we only have so many staff to do those. And so, probably like what a lot of my peers have said as well, just from a resource standpoint, that next wave of IT technologists, how do we bring those in? How do we entice them to come for in a career of being a public servant in the IT space? And so with that, the challenges are, and I think it's a dual challenge from the agency, prioritization, digging into the benefits of the projects that are being considered, and those are the ones that we have to judiciously say, this is going to benefit the most from a statewide level.
That's great. Well, Rich, thanks for being with us today, and I appreciate your answers and
thanks
the
for
work you're doing.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. For all the news and information going on in Missouri and across the state IT community, check out statescoop.com and subscribe to the Daily Scoop newsletter. Again, I'm with Rich Kliethermes. He's the CIO for the state of Missouri, and I'm Jake Williams. Thanks for watching.